Hi, welcome back. I'm Susan Anthony Anderson.
And I'm Lindsay Hulls.
And we're realtors up here on the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
With Remax City Realty in Gibsons.
And for our episode today, we are going to discuss the seller's market that is the Sunshine Coast.
Currently on the Sunshine Coast, we are in a seller's market, which essentially means that there are way more buyers than sellers or properties for sale.
So the sellers obviously have the upper hand because they own the property and they can pick and choose about the buying.
Yes, so in a seller's market, because there's way more buyers than sellers, we end up, generally speaking, having multiple offers on almost every property.
So right now, as we record this, there are only 67 properties for sale, single detached houses on the Sunshine Coast, which is amazing. It's so low.
And there are currently only 57 lots for sale on the Sunshine Coast.
So what do you do if you want to sell your property? Well, that can be a little tricky sometimes because if you're selling into the market and you want to buy back into the same market, you were a seller at one time, yay! Now you're a buyer, boo.
There are tips and tricks on how to sell your home in a seller's market, make the most money that you can, but also purchase a new property. Because you are the seller, you essentially hold the upper hand, and in this market can basically ask for pretty much anything you want in the way of subjects.
So subjects would be subject to finding a suitable accommodation. That's one way that you still keep your upper hand. So you could get an offer, accept the offer, but you've got a subject to finding a suitable accommodation, so then you don't have your completion until you already have somewhere to go.
Which essentially means that you would give a date or a time, essentially 2 weeks to a month from the date of the accepted offer, and it gives you that much time to find yourself a new home.
You can keep extending it, not advisable necessarily, but it doesn't lock you in necessarily. If the person wants your property badly enough, they will agree to that.
Yes. Another option is to rent back your property for a year until you find new accommodations, but I don't recommend waiting too long to get back in the market because the market here is going up exponentially, essentially each week.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 30% over the last year. And since the pandemic started, well, my God, double sometimes. So it's a great place to be if you have a property to sell.
Yeah, and especially if you have a property to sell that you don't live in and that you don't have to find a new home. If you have a rental property, a vacation property that you want to sell, now is the time, simply because of supply and demand. At this time of year, there is very little supply on the market. Most sellers are waiting till spring, but there's a huge demand. So therefore, it actually is a good time to sell, whereas in the spring, more houses will be coming on the market, so the supply-demand ratio will not be as great.
That's right. And buyers will have more opportunity to choose from your place, so you want to make sure that you present your property the best way you possibly can. That means you need to clean it up, declutter it. You need to check out the outside, make sure that you don't have broken light bulbs outside, all those kind of things that when buyers first see your property, they want to fall in love with it because it looks so good.
And our jobs as seller's agent is to come into your home and guide and advise you on what to do to your property, what's important and what's not important, so you get the most money out of your property.
As your selling agents, we will make sure that we are available to you every single time you want to talk to us. Every time you have a question for us, we will be there to answer that, and right away. We will not wait 24 hours. We will call you right back. We also promise to give you feedback. So when people come in and view your property, you want feedback. You need to know what they're saying about your property. We will do that. We will get you your feedback. We will let you know what they think, what buyers think of your property.
In selling your property in a seller's market, we will come in and we'll do a comparative market analysis, otherwise known as a CMA. And essentially that will show you what houses similar to yours in your neighborhood have sold for recently, usually within the past 6 months to a year, depending on how much the market has changed. That being said, the best way to get the most money out of your property is actually to hold all offers for a week. And what holding all offers does is it gives essentially buyers from Vancouver a chance to come up and view your property. It also gives buyers an opportunity to have an inspection, a septic inspection, to deal with their financing, so that in the end, you will most likely be receiving multiple offers, but also buyers will feel more secure because they will have had the opportunity to do their due diligence beforehand.
Yeah, in this market right now, that is the best way to do it, is hold all offers. And it gives people a chance to, as she said, to do their due diligence and feel good about it. And inspections are important on a property, and inspectors up here on the Sunshine Coast are very busy. So you want to give them some time to make an appointment and get in and take a look.
As well as appraisers. So if you need financing, you need to give yourself some time to have an appraiser come and appraise the home.
So one of the important things as a seller is you need to know what your dates are. When do you need to complete to get into your new place, to move away? So that's an important question, and you need to work that out beforehand, as it could make a difference in the offer.
You can basically pick and choose your closing dates. If you don't have a home to move to, I do recommend having a longer closing date, which gives you more time to find a new home.
That's right. So when you get your offers, your multiple offers, that might be a determining factor in when the house closes.
The other thing is, how do you price your house appropriately in a market that is constantly moving? Generally, 3 strategies for pricing your home would be slightly below market value, at market value, or above market value. Now, in this market, I definitely recommend listing slightly below market value to bring in as many buyers as you possibly can. And if you hold offers for 1 week, that essentially means when you hold offers, it means everyone will offer at the same time. So generally speaking, you should have multiple offers coming in.
So there was a property just recently that came on the market at slightly below market value. At the end, they got 14 offers on the property.
And they held all offers
Yes.
on that property.
Yeah, and so it was a very good strategy on the part of the listing agent to do that.
Yes.
So in conclusion, if you're thinking of selling on the Sunshine Coast, please call us. We will be there for you. We will give you as much advice as wanting.
And we will be there to hold your hand throughout the entire process.
We want to make it as easy and as simple for you as we can, because we know it's a very traumatic situation sometimes selling property, and we want to be there to help you with that.
And to guide you appropriately.
That's correct.
Our next video will be about how to buy a property in a seller's market, because there are ways to win the offer.
They are, and we will tell you that next time. Thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.